indeed. Light up the lights. It is time to roll out the red carpet. The nominees for this year's Academy Awards have been announced on Monday, and Joker leads the pack with 11 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director. Netflix, though, nabs 24 nominations, more than any other studio or distributor. For the second year in a row, though, there are no females nominated as Best Director, and amongst actors and actresses, only 2 of colour have been nominated. CNN's Frank Pallotta is with me to discuss this and talk about it more.
Hello. That was a nice catwalk he had.
Well, I think I've got the art right. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. So, the nominations, first of all, what do you make of the range?
I think it's interesting, the Best Picture range. It's actually about the haves and have-nots. You look at the Best Picture, you had many different types of movies. You had Joker, which you said 11 nominations, but also made a little bit more than $1 billion. You also had the streamers with Marriage Story and The Irishman. And then you also had Disney, but via Fox with Jojo Rabbit and Ford vs. Ferrari. Then you had a foreign film of Parasite. It was all over the place. But then you look at something like the directors, it's all white guys.
OK, what can be done about that? Because it's the same with the BAFTAs, where they said they were disappointed, dispirited. But what can you do about it? If that's what they are, if that's what the Academy believes is the best that there was, then what are you going to do about it?
You have to change the Academy, and that's what the Academy has been trying to do. It's been trying to be younger and more diverse.
OK, but the existing members of the Academy know that's what people think about them.
Right.
So they're clearly not of a mind to change themselves.
That's true, but as you go on, the initiatives become more and more. Maybe we don't get a movie like Parasite as Best Picture if those initiatives aren't in. Maybe people aren't even chatting about Greta Gerwig, who I thought was incredibly deserving of Best Picture nomination, to even get there. So it does take time. Should it be moving faster? In my opinion, yes. But as of right now, it's still moving forward, I think, maybe a little bit. It's looking global, but it needs to work more on the diversity and more on getting people of different colors and sexes nominated.
Netflix.
Yes.
24 nominations.
It's wild, isn't it? It's a streaming company.
Well,
the DVD company is now going to potentially maybe win Best Picture. I don't think it will. I think maybe 1917 has a better shot. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has a better shot.
They're doing it. I mean, they almost have to skirt, well, not almost, they skirt the rules in the sense of you have to put it into some theatrical review.
They follow the rules. No, they follow the rules in order to get nominated. They don't necessarily share their box office. They don't follow by the rules of the theaters to have things in the window.
This was always designed for movies from the cinema.
It's true.
It was not designed for movies that were shown in the cinema for the minimum amount of time before being shown somewhere else.
That's all right. You make that point, but I would also make the argument that there's probably a lot more people who have watched Marriage Story and The Irishman than maybe 1917, which brought in nearly $40 million this weekend. Netflix is giving movies to the world on a global scale. Does that mean that they're playing exactly by the rules that everyone else is? Not necessarily, but for them, they're able to skirt by that and be able to create cinema in a different way.
Right. So, at the end of the day, though, and the sheer amount of stuff they make dwarfs most Hollywood studios. All of them.
Yeah,
I mean, the sheer number of movies, television series, docu-series that Netflix produces.
It's comparing apples to a basket of oranges. It's not even the same. It's not even the same ball field, no.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I will take your views on who you think's going to win.
1917, you heard it here first. There you go. World War I, it's British.
You give away everything too quickly.
Fair enough.